What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, allegedly A-lease, and I'm here to give you my thoughts and my opinions on Put a Ring on It. Let's talk about it. Before we get started, I want to thank each and every one of my subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I hope that something is said or done to move you to like, share, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. We open with Dr. Nicole advising the couples that their date this week will be at the same time and location as their partner's date. Should be good, right? She advises that sure, you may be checking for your partner, but you need to be focused on your date if you trust your partner. Sis, let's be real for a minute. I gotta stop you there. If they trusted their partner, they wouldn't be on this show. Alexia seems to be in her feelings that Dorian requested to go on another date with Kai because he's a rapper. I don't want to sound insensitive when I say this, but you knew he was a rapper. A A-list rapper, but nevertheless a rapper. So my question to you is, why would you sign up for this knowing that your A-list rapper was going to want some validation at some point? Anyhow, first up is Eric and Jessica. Jessica wants to show off her outfit to Eric. I thought that this would be simple but cute. Girl, stop. You knew that was simple but tight. You knew what you was doing. Sis is really trying it. She wants Eric to be bothered. Oh, you acting different. Nah, sis, you acting extra. Her date Clarence arrives looking like Avant and T.I. had a baby. Truth be told, he actually looks like he could be related to Eric. Either production's got a type for you, or production knows that you've got a type and they're just catering to it. Meanwhile, Laronda is pressing Sean's pants for the camera. Random side note, there's just no way I'm going to let someone brand me 4 different times. So I don't know if most of you all know, but some of the Greeks, male and female, get brands on their arms or their legs for some of the females. But really, it's more so for the guys. But the brands that you see on his arms represent Omega Psi Phi. There's just no way I'm getting ready to let someone brand me 4 different times, because those are individual brands that are overlapping each other. So I'm sorry, cattle don't get branded that much. Why are you gonna brand me that much? No, thank you. Anyhow, Laronda's date Sir James arrives, and I called that man Sir too, looking like that. Sean said, my baby dating a whole linebacker. Yes. No arguments, no punchlines. Just yes, Lord. Speak, Lord. Speak to me. Yes. Sean asked, well, what makes you sign up for an experience like this? My boy Sir James said, you never know where you find love at. Dead. Someone please call 911. Sean says, so you won't find it here. Okay, so you gonna try to brand her the way the Omegas branded you. Nah, bruh, that man said what he said. You never know where you find love at. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Anyhow, they depart and arrive at their location for their date. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I really can't tell you what was said at that point because I was too busy staring at Sir James. I'm sorry. Meanwhile, Sean meets up with his date, Brittany, the professional singer. I've heard of recording artists. I've heard of independent artists. I've heard of starving artists. I have yet to hear a professional singer. Learn something new every day. Now, as soon as Sean sits down, his eyes press directly into Laronda's soul. And Laronda's giving full model pose for her little spectator. I died. Get it, Laronda. Get it, girl. Brittany tries to continue the date with small talk through the art of song. You a Sagittarius, I'm a Capricorn. Okay, girl, whatever. Sean is like, okay, so you sing. Somehow he's impressed by this. And she's like, yeah, I do a little something. Girl, you wanted a producer to hear you sing. That's probably why you signed up for this show to begin with. She would have low-key sang the menu whenever the waiter came to take their order. Can I get those fries? You know it fries. I want my fries. And boy, you better supersize. Oh, oh, my fries. Oh, oh, my fries. I can't with you, Brittany. I can't. As Sean is talking with Brittany, he's interrupted by the sound of Laronda having a good time. She just loud and extra for no reason. Funny, no one else heard that in the building but you, but okay. Oh, poor Sean. This is so sad. He has to watch this man exit with his woman. Let's put it like this. Whether it works out or not, this will make for some great stand-up material later. Moving on, as Darian and his date Kai head out, she says that she couldn't wait to see him. We must not have the same 2020 vision, because all I see is Flavor Flav and Chad Ochocinco had a kid and they made Darian. Oh, Miss Kai said that she's nobody's second or side piece. News alert, that's what you signed up for and that's what you are. Okay, you're always going to be second to Alexia. Get over it. Back over with Jessica. She's so busy eating up all of the compliments that Clarence is giving her that by the time her food arrives, she's already full. Oh, you think I have a nice smile? Keep going. Keep going. Now, as Eric and his date Tanisha walk in, Jessica seems to abruptly stop her surface level conversation and seems quite pressed by the presence of Eric and his date. Now, Miss Tanisha came ready with the conversation, which seems to be what Eric has been missing in his relationship. But poor Jessica can't seem to handle her man's smile being sponsored by Tanisha. She asked Clarence what his thoughts were about Eric being in the room with them, and Tyvon says, "You the only one that's trying to make it a show." Jessica says, "Oh my God, they're so loud." "Only in your head, sis." So they decide to go ahead and make an exit, and she's thinking in her exit that it'll get Eric to turn his head. Girl, the only time that man turned his head was to get the waiter's attention for another drink. Across town, as Darian and Kai get settled into their date, in walks Alexia and her date Desi, and poor Darian loses all focus of Kai. Now, as a number two that can't seem to take a hint, she wants to know what's going through his head. Well, since you want to play dumb, I'll help you out. What's going through his head is Alexia. Alexia is what's going through his head. You know, his number one. Now, Flavor Ochocinco decides to pour gas on this well-lit dumpster fire when he says really loud, "You intimidate her." And this, number two, in more ways than one, says, "Is it because I'm pretty?" Don't flatter yourself. Darian quickly kills that dream by saying, "Nope, not at all." Meanwhile, Alexia can't seem to remember that she's on a date with Desi. She becomes quite insistent that Desi take a look at her man-child. And I'm sorry, I'm not buying anything that this scene is selling. Desi looks back and says, "Oh, so your dude from Phil Mob?" Bruh, y'all gonna miss me with this one. Not even trying to be funny, y'all. I used to be an on-air personality for the largest radio station in Arkansas. I used to always talk in Sick of Being Lonely and So What. As a matter of fact, their third song, Georgia, I had no idea that that was their song. I genuinely thought that it was Ludacris' song featuring Jamie Foxx and way down the line, Phil Mob. I had no idea that that was their song featuring Ludacris and Jamie Foxx. I digress. I say all of that to say, I didn't even know who that man was. That man had 3 hits from the early 2000s. Y'all gonna miss me with the fact that that man automatically knew who Dorian was. Production told you who that man was. Alexia told you who that man was. You didn't know who that man was. Nobody knows who he is. Now, Desi is dropping gems when he says to Alexia, "You letting this man play you 14 years and nothing?" Preach, sir, because I'm not putting up with 4 years of that man and nothing. Darian has decided that he's had enough of watching his girl play his game. So as him and Kai exit holding hands, Alexia says, "Well, we gonna drop them hands though. Well, we not gonna be holding hands though." Poor Desi. He's just an accessory at this point. Back at Eric and Jessica's house, Eric walks in just a little too happy for Jessica's liking with the whole, Hi, honey, I'm home. Eric says he feels like the conversation he had with his date has been the best conversation he's had in a long time. Message. Jessica says, well, what about our deep conversations? And rather than Jessica try and listen and understand what Eric needs in a conversation, she tries to counter by asking him how he felt about seeing her out on a date. And I don't think sis was really ready for that answer when he said, I forgot y'all were there. You can't pull jealousy out of this man at this point, Jessica, so just stop trying. Real talk, you got to be careful what you ask because sometimes you may not be ready for the answer. Jessica just can't seem to understand the words that Eric is trying to convey to her, that conversation rules the nation. So he breaks it down even more for her by saying, I want more than just physical. See, you can't always just lean on pretty poo-poo. You clearly went to the school of Melody Holt for your looks, but you must have been asleep on the day that she was teaching the kids how to move like Melody Holt. Later, the couples all meet back up with Dr. Nicole, and Sean decides that he wants to speak on behalf of Laronda by saying she doesn't like the dude with big muscles, a nice car, nicely trimmed facial hair, and a cute face. You all did a horrible job of pairing her up this week. Really? Now, after everyone gets done laughing at Sean, Dr. Nicole says, who do you think you are, little man? Trying to make this decision for this whole adult-sized woman. She says, sounds like tactical control issues to her. You need Jesus and a better filter. Learn how to manage your emotion because your filter is clearly broken. She then moves on to Darian and Alexia. And quick side note, clearly the men have talked because Eric is sitting over there doing the whole Coke figure shape whenever it got to Darian. Why? Why is that? Anyhow, Darian says that he had a horrible date because Alexia was there. And Alexia only wants to talk about the whole hand-holding exit. Now I'm going to say, sis, you should not have given this life because now Kai sees that it's bothering you. But in your defense, it's easy to say that when you're not in it. So back up. That's just my 2 cents. Dr. Nicole says y'all gonna drive her to drink because clearly you have the same behaviors and didn't listen to a word that she said about trusting the process as well as trusting your partner throughout this process. Try something different because clearly what you've been doing hasn't been working. And stop trying to control your partner. Whatever's gonna happen is going to happen and you'll have your answer. Moving on. Jessica says that her date with Clarence wasn't just about the physical. Then what was it about, sis? You just trying to one-up Eric because Eric's date was beyond surface and you want to seem fake deep. Whatever. Anyhow, Eric says the conversation that he doesn't get with Jessica but he got from his date had depth to it. In Eric's growth, he said that his date taught him that he wants more than just a cute girl. He wants a cute girl that knows how to have a conversation. Miss Jessica says that she thought that they had great in-depth conversations. Please, Miss Jessica, share with the class. What did y'all used to talk about, girl? Oh my God. No, Jessica, that's not gonna work. Jessica is now trying to minimize the situation by saying that's all that Eric had to work with was conversation. Don't act like that girl wasn't cute. She was cute. And if you're trying to take an aim at her thickness, it was all natural. And if that is an issue, please know that Dr. Kurz is somewhere around waiting in the wings, just like he probably was for you. And at that point, if she goes to Dr. Kurz, you really gonna be SOL. Dr. Nicole says, please, Jessica, get over yourself and stop assuming that your partner will always be the same. People do grow, you know. So now comes the question of who wants to continue to date the person that they dated on this week's episode. And of course, Jessica and Darian speak up immediately to say that they want to continue to date the person that was chosen for them this week. Now we'll have to wait until next week to hear Laronda's decision because Sean has mind control over her like Debo. And that's where we leave it. So I want to know, what do you think Laronda's response will be? Is Darian wrong to continue to see Kai? And how do you feel about Eric and Jessica overall? Let's chat about it down in the comments. Until the next time, I'm allegedly A-lease. Peace.